Oh god, the lighting here sucks. Hold on. There, I think that's marginally better. Hi, I'm the man that makes the videos, and this is admittedly a very weird thing for me to be doing. Um, I don't do facecam very often. I don't even remember if I've ever done it. I think I did it once, maybe, to react to like a direct or something. I don't really remember. But hi, I am the one that makes the videos, and today we're doing something very weird.
A lot of you guys know I'm kind of, well, maybe not. Some of you may not know this at all. I'm kind of taking a break from videos right now to finish up a bunch of books and playthroughs of video games and stuff.
I thought it'd be fun for the time being. Sorry, my cat. I just gave you that for free. I don't know if that actually showed my toes. I might have to edit that out. My cat is messing around with my feet. Anyway. But I have work now. I work part-time, so my time has basically been cut in half. Yeah. But I figured I just kind of got the idea for this randomly. I'm going to be reacting to my old content and some of my newer stuff. And just kind of see how I've changed over the years. Just kind of see stuff. We're going to be seeing stuff. That's just where it is. And we're starting with probably what was my first real fun LP of Sonic Heroes. I just chose a random episode. It says it's the imitation episode, episode 14. At first, when I saw the episode, I was like, oh, I was doing a bunch of voices. I want to see how that sounds out. And then I looked at the description and I realized, oh, I probably just made a bunch of shitty references to other YouTubers nobody's going to get. So let's watch it. Obviously, I'm not going to be reacting to all of it every second. I'm not going to be able to... I'm going to be editing it. It's going to be random parts I'm going to edit. Whatever. We'll figure it out. And something I can say about Sonic Heroes is that this was on... I was recording with an iPhone 5. I think I'm going to mention this before once or twice. I had a small sort of like coffee tray with a ton of bowls stacked on top of it, which I know sounds weird. But at the top of it, I had like the perfect size bowl to wedge my little iPhone 5 into with its case on, but it worked out just fine. And then I'd record like that. And then what I think I'd do, because I used a YouTube Capture app, something like that. I think it was called YouTube Capture. I don't remember. And why a lot of those videos, older videos, look really shitty, like they're always moving around all over the place. It's because the YouTube Capture app had a feature called auto stabilization or something, and because of the way the game moves around, it thought that it needed to stabilize that, so it ended up looking really funky, and that made a lot of episodes really shitty quality. I hated it so much. I'm going to redo my Sonic Heroes LP eventually, I'm sure. But that's going to be a long ways down the line. And something I realized going back through my plays is that I did way too many Sonic LPs back in the day. It was just something that was easy for me to do because I knew a lot of them well. I did Heroes, Adventure 2, and Forces, which are like the 3 Sonic games I know best. Which... saying Forces in that is not ideal. Anyway, I've been just rambling for about the past 4 minutes. I should stop.
Hey there, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Sonic Heroes.
Immediately, I can definitely tell it's not... like, I feel like I'm practically yelling. Which is weird, because back in the day, I actually had to be quiet, because I did these at like 2 in the morning. Like 1, 2 in the morning. I don't even think I was supposed to be having my Wii at the time, which is, I would have been playing on the Wii. I would have been doing it then. People were trying to sleep, which it is literally almost 1 a.m. right now, and people are trying to sleep. But the difference is that we kind of worked out a system where they don't really care that I'm recording, and also the people upstairs have a noise machine going every night, so I don't have to worry about them. But yeah.
Last time, we got started on Team Dark's story and had a very surprisingly easy time and still got punished for it.
Wait,
This time,
still
we're gonna see if we can
Whatever.
move up from these E ranks, but something tells me we're not gonna be able to, considering the stages that are this
You know,
episode.
honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I've ever really been good at getting high ranks in Sonic games. I just don't... because this is something I've especially grown into recently. Sonic games are all about going fast. That's just how they've always been. I'm the type of person that can put 300 hours into a single playthrough of Xenoblade 3 and feel completely fine with that. Yeah. Yeah. It's Sonic games just do not mentally go with my brain. I just don't vibe with getting A ranks in them and stuff. And that's like eventually I plan to speedrun games too. Probably not like I'll probably just dabble in like speedrunning Xenoblade.
Crush the city under the control of Eggman.
Grand
So we
Metropolis.
just need to.
That Eggman is behind all of this.
Whatever it takes, he's mine. Any objections?
Negative. Is this the energy plant?
That's it.
So I'm being quiet here because they're talking. That's just how it goes. That's how it went back in the day, and with
Like I was
Xenoblade now,
saying-
with nowadays with my Xenoblade videos, rather than like it's very rare that I just let the cutscenes play out. I'll do it sometimes at like the end of an episode or for a particularly important cutscene, which I realize we might actually see today because I have 4 videos lined up. From various points in my Let's Playing career. It's gonna be this one from 7 years ago, one from 5 years ago. I think there's one that's gonna be 2 years old this year. And then one from like 3 months ago, which is gonna be a Xenoblade video. And like normally now I just kind of abridge cutscenes because that's just fits better with the LP style of Xenoblade, because otherwise it's gonna be like 200 episodes long, which I almost considered doing. But the only way, like, because I can't do live commentary with Xenoblade, not with the way I do things usually now, especially with how I record Switch. I can't do live commentary. Otherwise, I very likely might have gone for slightly less edited. But I'm glad I went heavily edited. I don't know if it fits me completely, but it's at least good for the long games. I think what I might do is in the future is long games like Xenoblade, and what I have planned after Xenoblade is going to be a relatively long game too. I'm going to do the more heavily edited, like 6-7 hours down to like 30, 40, 50 minutes. And then for a shorter game, like with the Paper Mario Shuffleizer that I still have to get back to at some point, it's going to be lightly edited with more episodic daily stuff. We'll have to see how that goes in the future. I might not be able to really change it up like that. Otherwise, what I might have to do is I might have to do a couple games at the same time. Anyway.
So like I was saying, I've already forgotten kind of what I was saying.
So have
Like,
I.
crush the city under Eggman's control. So does that mean that we just like have to summon Iblis here and all's fine, mission's complete?
I must have been in such a Sonic mood at the time to make a Sonic 06 reference. Because, fun fact, the only time I've played Sonic 06 was in the hospital on a PlayStation 3. I was in the hospital for like a month. I don't think that was when I was 16. I think that might have been when I was 12? I don't entirely remember. I feel like it would have been... yeah, I don't remember. I think it would have been when I was 12. I don't think I played any PlayStation games when I was 16, but maybe I did. Was the PS3 out in 2012? I don't remember. Anyway, that's the only time I've actually played Sonic 06. I'm sure I've seen videos of it before. I don't remember where. But I have. I'm sure I have. Also, what is... Oh, you're probably seeing... Yeah, you're seeing the phone reflecting off my eyes. Let's take those off. You don't need my glasses. Hi, I have eyeballs, if you didn't realize. Although now I can see slightly worse. But I can see the screen well enough.
No problem, let's get moving.
Energy thief.
Regardless of their purpose.
Oh, so I am doing voices this episode, because I did a basic robot voice. I also find it funny that Rouge, who is
Oh, shit.
canonically like,
I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. I need that level up. Oh my gosh.
oh, I see, I missed the
Tornado jump
checkpoint.
saved me. Yes.
Yes.
I love that tornado jump. It has come in much more. It has been much more useful than it normally is.
You know what? I can't even say anything about my stutter there. I still do that type of stuff.
Murder everything. Oh my gosh, we're already level 3 with Shadow Jesus.
Jesus.
This has actually been going very smoothly, I will admit.
I don't know about smoothly. I've already had one panic
Minus
attack.
detected.
Oh yeah, it's literally just gonna be me. Like, I start just by mimicking the robot voice, and then I'm probably gonna start mimicking everyone else. And you can kind of tell.
Kind of risky, but I mean,
You can kind of tell that my commentary's not great at this point because so much time is just spent focusing on the game and not talking.
all right. So, is there something actually useful in the next room? Sure. Oh my gosh, that works.
Look at me waste this thing. Okay, I don't actually waste
I'm
it
a
that bad.
natural. Come on.
Come on.
I'm a natural.
Oh my god.
Come on.
It's really
I just find it really. I just realized how quiet that actually was. But
I mean,
basically, I was just kept on repeating what Shadow was saying.
we could hear it. Don't worry, me.
Suppose I can
From
move a little
7
bit
years
close.
ago.
So, oh my god, what?
I'm actually kind of curious how this is gonna sound modern me versus me from when I was. God, I would have been 17 at the
We
time.
have level 3 Shadow.
Possibly even 16, depending on when this was recorded.
Eradicate.
I knew I was gonna do it. I thought about doing it myself too.
On this. We are. Oh no, we aren't that. Oh my. Jesus.
Oh.
Thankfully, that enemy is right.
Omega died.
Is just barely in range of the pool. So, oh my gosh, I'm trying to get the jump. There we go. It's
I'm
very
pretty sure
important
this
that you get
LP
that
was the
head
last
jump
time I
when
played
you're
Sonic
using
Heroes, so every
flying
time I was like,
character.
why aren't you just going forward?
if
But
you don't,
I
you
know
will not
it's
go as far
this
as
guy.
you would be
This
hoping.
me probably knows Sonic Heroes way better than current me does in terms of like knowing when I can and can't go for something. God, I have 158 rings. I can't wait to lose it all. Because I know I will. Because Team Shadow's the hard
Yeah,
one.
it's fine. I'm
Aside,
not gonna
and then
use
like Team
Rouge too
Chaotix
much
is the
this
long
stage.
one. I remember.
At this
I don't
point,
remember
it's
if it
mainly
was
just gonna be
Team
Shadow, unless I
Chaotix.
want,
It had to have been Team
secrets.
Chaotix. Either that or it had to be Team Dark's version, like extra stage
Yeah.
for the one of
I'm
the big
very
goals. It
happy
took like
that
23
Team
minutes or
hasn't been
something to
kind
do,
of
which is
fucking
absurdly
on me,
long,
during
even
Team
for me.
Dark Team Dark stages, because these are the hardest, no doubt.
Well, some of the Team Chaotix
Despite
ones.
how much skill I am showing, but I have
At
already
least
gone
one of
through
us
3
has confidence
stages
in our
or
abilities.
2 other stories this Let's Play, so it can't be that impressive. Get him.
Not even getting the full spring bonus SMH.
And this part. I have nightmares of this part of the stage. And not even in Team Dark story. It's all in Team Chaotic story. This level in Team Chaotic story just sucks. Uh-oh.
Was this the one?
Well,
I don't remember this one in
I
Team
know
Chaotix.
you've never been a really straightforward guy, Shadow. Well, actually you are, but you kind of have to go forward here instead of backwards. Dang
I
it.
tried.
I tried.
I hate being in sync with my past self. I was so fucking cringe.
Good.
Gah.
Just watch these.
I cannot believe that this is what my. I feel like this might have just been what my commentary was for a lot of this
My recording schedule in the last episode, but
schedule.
that's going to be slightly modified. I'm going to do it. I'm going to record and upload it at the same night as many times as I possibly. We missed that. I'm going to be doing that as much as I possibly can, which. Dang it.
Skill issue.
Can be saying a lot, but like
This stage is
don't
almost
record
over.
until really late at really early in the morning, really late.
I am so bad at commentary
Like,
back
if I don't
then.
get
I
to
still
record
am
till
bad at
3,
commentary, but
I'm
it's
just gonna be staying
especially
up all
bad
night and
back
not
then.
bother
Holy
uploading
cow.
the video. I'd probably upload it during school, if anything.
That is something I did eventually do once I got a PC, is I'd record
Of cake.
at miscellaneous
Didn't we get, like,
time,
half
and then
that
I would
time,
upload during
in,
my study hall. Because I would open up my laptop, I'd
first stage was
do whatever I need to do to upload it, and then I'd
I've already
upload.
forgotten. It's not Ocean Palace.
Sorry, that was
It
weird.
was something. Whale Island? No, you had to get to Whale Island.
What?
I've already forgotten.
Piece of cake.
Didn't we get like half that time in whatever the fuck the first stage was called?
Whale Island.
I've already forgotten. It's not Ocean Palace.
Ocean Palace is second.
It was something. Whale Island? No, you had to get to Whale Island.
Isle Delfino.
But it was a place, and didn't we get like half that time?
Dumb question.
Oh, hi. I don't even remember that. Except I totally do. Kind of.
Yeah, that's how I
really-
feel every
I
single
really
day. It's like,
barely
oh, I don't
went
remember that
for
being.
it,
Oh, wait,
but
yes, I do.
It's still there. And Omega didn't join us.
I forget how loud I managed to make the audio for this. I think one of the things that I'll never be able to get right as a content creator is audio.
I suppose this would be a good chance to show this off. Yeah, the way... Well, that didn't work. Damn it. Oh, fuck
And
off.
here's where I struggle.
Okay, this is getting stupid.
Correct. You're gonna see me changing POV for this thing right up here a lot. That's
Come
what
on,
happens when I'm
try to
holding my
show
phone and
some-
recording everything off that.
Fuck it.
Also, speaking
I
of
was trying to show off
face cam, even though I haven't
versus
mentioned
the
that in
way
a long
of attacking
time.
if both
Well,
Omega
I guess I
and
technically
Shadow
did
are
just mention it right
unavailable.
now indirectly. Anyway,
No, you aren't. Because Shadow's much better.
as a character, maybe. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Don't get used to face cam. It's not happening. Even when I get a PC, it's definitely not on my priority of things to get.
Otherwise we will go
I might
floating
want to do
into
face cam
our
stuff in the
depths.
future, but especially for my normal
way.
Let's Plays, I don't know.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I'll never understand. Like, that doesn't seem like it should work.
That was weird.
Break everything!
Ah,
And then
dang
I
it.
messed it up immediately.
Rouge is level 3, so I can be happy about one thing.
And
One
Omega's
good
still
thing
level
is
1.
on the stage.
No Annihilate
So
Tar.
this has actually been going fairly well again.
Yeah, you know what? I'm willing to
I
give
swear to
myself
God,
that.
if Team Dark Story takes us the least accumulated time, I'm gonna be kind of upset. Not gonna lie.
I mean, Team Chaotix is definitely the longest.
I mean, it is part of the Let's Play curse, where basically the easier things are the things that, where basically, if it's easy, it's going to be really difficult for you. If it's really hard, you're going to breeze through it really quickly.
I didn't expect myself to have
Annihilate.
referenced the Let's Play curse in this episode. It's kind of weird because part of like the conversation that made me decide to make this particular
Well,
video
glad I found
be
out.
reviewing my old self, like right after
I
that, the
actually
Let's Play
really
curse
like,
came up
grinding
too.
on rails.
So it's just kind of like all
Despite
one massive
what
funny
Rail Canyon has
coincidence.
you think, I actually do like the rail grinding mechanic. I like it a little bit more than regular just running around, or even the spin dash, because the spin dash is actually a lot glitchier.
Glitchier is not the correct term. It's just harder to control.
Hey. Crap.
Oh, my phone started falling over. The bowls started working
Probably
incorrectly.
should have just left it, but it bothers me.
So you can kind of see, like on the right side, I can't really point to this super well. I wonder, can I edit? Yeah. So like right here, right above this right here, that is the side of a TV. Let that sink in. That's how I was recording. This is peak. I am just recording the screen with my phone. That is, it's. I can't believe I made it work as well as I did, to be honest.
Like, you can see where troubles come for.
Oh yeah, and
my
over here
video
you can
making.
see up there as well, where the end of the TV is.
Alright, that looks fine, but fine for me.
It's fine enough.
Well, I mean, alright.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
it-
there we go.
Listen, this is my 2007 era of YouTube,
This is a
alright?
very bad idea, but
Like,
we're gonna do it anyway.
Back in 2017.
You're not gonna make it, are you? You are. Oh.
You can tell an era has changed because I heard "you are," I thought "we are," which led me to think One Piece, which is something that just this year I have caught up on after starting it at the end of 2023. I caught up with it like very early in January. A 2-week gap. Anyway, One Piece. Did I even know? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I knew One Piece existed back in 2017. I had watched anime at this point. I don't think One Piece was ever on my radar. On the manga. I did read the manga. I did not watch the anime in a month and a half. I don't think that's even physically possible. Anyway, it does kind of feel like the imitations have stopped.
Is it possible to skip by all of that? I'm actually kind of curious.
I think so.
Sorry, but I
it
just need
has
to
to
humor myself because we have plenty of time. You can. Oh my god.
yeah, that's why they're there in the
Wow,
first
I
place.
never knew that.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if that's required. Because the way I remember those normally being with some of them is that, like, there'd be barriers there to indicate that, yeah, you can't go any higher until you've beaten these enemies. I didn't see anything like that there with the 3 flying enemies that were there, so I think you have to use the
I
boosters.
never knew that. Wow.
I definitely knew that.
I've probably actually done it before, but I just didn't remember.
That happened.
Oh,
Oh, and there's the
fuck
death.
off, game.
That is
Screw
fairly
you.
annoying, yeah. I was playing on the GameCube version, which is, I've heard, is less glitchy than, like, the Xbox version and
I
whatnot.
like how Rouge just...
So much easier than pretty much any other game, because I just get hit and then I collect coins and I get hit again. It's like,
That
wow,
was-
how am I not dead? How do I not have a health bar? Where's my health bar?
Okay, I'm gonna say something really quick. When Omega says that and gets the points, does he say worthless consumer model? Because that's what I'm hearing. Which doesn't make much sense to me.
It does make sense to me now. Because I guess, like, because I was very naive, even in high school. So consumer, I can't believe I'm explaining this to you guys, but I need to justify my own mind brain. Obviously, everyone knows what worthless means. It's the perfect description of me. Consumer model, in this case, would be like... Consumer model would be like a model for the general public, which I guess is what these basic robots are to him. They're worthless consumer models. Whereas Omega is a tried and true, only for the rich type of model. Except in this case, the only for the rich is Shadow, who is not really rich as far as I'm aware. I'm sure he could sell himself for a lot.
I think I just saw something. Let me check.
Alright, what did I see? I did see.
I think I just saw something. Let me check.
I'm not going to be able to check.
I didn't, did I? Okay, no, I didn't.
Alright, so let me show you what I saw.
Good.
So it's kind of blurry here, but This right here, that is a target that you can sometimes hit with like Rouge or something. I don't actually remember the requirements to hit it, but I just remember Rouge being one of them. That is what I saw.
Okay, no, I didn't.
I did.
I thought I saw like a little alcove.
That's
there.
gonna bother me 7 years later. Oh, I'm about to get comboed.
Well, we just kind of
Never mind.
glitched through there and was gonna die, but oh no, we were fine.
You know, I also thought I might glitch through there.
Alright, let's just skip on by.
Okay, so yes, there is a barrier there. I see it in the middle.
Let's take care of them first.
Let's not.
This is actually kind of easy.
Maneuvering in a
I will
3D
admit,
space
it can be
is
hard
not
to keep
easy.
track of yourself sometimes when you're doing this. And, like, you
Yeah.
can't aim properly because video game. But, like, overall, it's not that bad. I just wish that you could,
I just wish I was better.
oh my gosh, that was close. No! Oh! Oh, hi.
Why did that
Platforms.
come? I guess because I made it to the top,
Probably
it's just
very
like,
nice
you know what,
that
never
that
mind.
came.
Just have this anyway.
Okay, let's not screw up that jump again.
God, this is a long stage.
Thank you. I was expecting it to just try to put me back into it again. I'd have been kind of upset, not gonna lie. Eh,
That's not gonna work. I do not care.
I don't know why I was gonna try to do anything with him. I can just go on ahead.
I mean, to be fair,
Closest
like,
one.
you see that and it's like, oh, well, I have to fight them. I do not.
You are pretty dangerous.
Omega has been
Boy.
burned. Poor Omega is still level 0. I definitely would have given that to Omega now, just so that he's no longer at level 0. Oh, now he's level 1.
Doesn't really fit in what you're talking about. I'm
What?
having one of those closest one. Ever have that one moment where you want to bring something up, but at the same time you don't because it doesn't really fit in what you're talking about?
Yes.
I'm having one of those moments in which right now I could technically bring it up. Also, why the hell are there so many turtles in this thing? You guys aren't the Teenage Mutant Ninja things. Although, for all I know, Rouge
Is that a Fortnite reference?
is mutant.
Would I have been playing Fortnite? No, I don't think I wouldn't have been playing Fortnite at this point. Because if I'm recording on my phone, I definitely would not have been able to record on. I definitely wouldn't have had my laptop. So I wouldn't have been playing Fortnite. I wouldn't have known Fortnite existed at this point. And neither would most of the internet.
Or, I should say, Boobs the Bat is mutant.
Yeah, I did say Boobs the Bat. I said Boobs. Why did I say Boobs the Bat was mutant? That's not even true. The most mutant thing here is Shadow.
Eh.
I know a lot of people are probably going to get
I
upset
remember
that I
this,
said that.
yesterday. It was my sister's birthday, and I was talking with one of my brothers because we went out to eat for essentially the birthday party.
I'm
And I was
learning
talking with
more.
one of my brothers who was having a little bit of trouble playing through Twilight Princess, and his dad wouldn't allow him to look up walkthroughs because he considered that essentially cheating. And
I wonder if he still has that mindset. I'm not gonna ask him. But I mean, here's the thing. A lot's happening.
see where he's coming from,
Yeah.
and
I think it
it's
depends
something that I'm
what you're
thinking of
looking up
is-
for. Like how much effort you put in before.
Uh-oh. That's not
Uh-oh.
what I wanted to see. And what I was thinking was, since my brother doesn't actually live with live with his father, excuse me, because we're only half brothers, I figured I should let's play Twilight Princess sooner than I was hoping to.
I'm gonna keep it a $150 with you. I don't know if I have a single Zelda game currently on my Let's Play radar. I know what I plan to do next and maybe after that. But for like regular playthroughs, I have no clue what I would do. And Twilight Princess especially, that's such a long game. Like that's definitely... But the problem is that doesn't seem like the type of game that'd be very good in the type of format I do for Xenoblade. Because, like, there's no real strategy for Zelda, it's just solving puzzles. The only way I can make it interesting for Twilight Princess would be, like, doing a randomizer or something. I'd have to do that in normal episode format.
Because I was hoping that I would wait until I got to be, like, more experienced. But
Which I technically
he's
am
having
now.
so much trouble because he's stuck on the Lakebed Temple, which I can understand. It's
Yeah.
not exactly a very straightforward temple.
I'm sure I got stuck at one point for quite a while, and I'm sure I still
It's
would.
not too bad.
I remember one part where you need, like, fish ponds. Oh
Like,
god,
he-
we're going
like,
to
he
that
got,
part.
like, super lost. He didn't make it into. He made it into the main room with the staircase, and then that was it. He,
Yeah, that's
didn't get any
fair.
further.
That's not the most straightforward place, in my opinion. I think probably for Twilight Princess, Lakebed Temple is the most hated, which is fair. I'm not the type of person to hate, like, the water temples in Zelda. I think they're
So,
generally
who's
alright.
ready?
I think
Get
I
that
did
last
this part.
level-
God, this has been
get
8
that
minutes
fourth level up
stage.
just in case it's actually possible on Rouge. Because this will be it'll be necessary to have level 3 on Rouge. Excuse me. Level 3 power on Rouge.
And immediately has to switch to
God,
Shadow.
oh my gosh, why do I have to do that? Hey! Oh. Here we go.
This isn't looking too bad,
There is
honestly,
one on
and
every
it's
level
because
here.
I'm better at video games at this point than I was when I was a kid. But when I was a kid,
It wasn't
this
that
gave
bad,
me
actually.
nightmares.
I remember it being a huge pain when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But like,
Which,
eh.
in retrospect, I'm a kid in this video, as far as I'm concerned. 17 versus now 24.
Oh, this is bad. Never mind.
Never mind.
Again, that went better than I expected.
I hate how the lava...
I totally skipped by
it's not
that.
even really...
Shit.
It's not even really lava.
Nope, that's it. Game over. Oh. Dude! No!
Okay, and see, this I am 99% certain I got from another YouTuber. Because in my head, but maybe not. Because in my head, I vaguely remember someone I watch named Proton John often, like, at least occasionally doing, like, the no, you're kidding, no. You know, that type of thing.
No way.
But this might have just been something I did on my own. I don't remember.
Dude! That was
Dude.
clutch.
Well, you know what?
That
It's
was
just kind of
clutch as
glitchy
hell.
more than anything.
Wow.
And I'm gonna get an E. Oh, wow, there's actually a time bonus.
Not taking this seriously.
That's a touchdown if I ever saw one. I'm not even a big fan of football, but football has become a meme for me thanks to Proton John, whose
yep.
stream I was just watching earlier.
Oh,
Okay, so
that might be
we're gonna
why.
the conversation
Who are
now.
those creeps over there?
What's up,
Back in the day, SBO was my favorite Sonic character. I think it was either him or Shadow. Not him or Shadow. Him or Silver. I don't even know who my favorite Sonic character would be these days.
You mean the bad guys?
I'm sure Vector's up there.
Fool me. I know what you're after. Better stay out of my way.
I should look up who voices Rouge in this game, because it sounds different from the Rouge I'm used to.
Yes, that cutscene makes a little bit of sense, but it'd make more sense when we get into Team Chaotic story.
Alright, then let's do it.
Rouge.
Yeah, I guess this probably is just a strategy, huh? Oh, right, isn't there
Did
kind
I
of like a
just-
weapon triangle
Ah,
almost?
No, he has
in...
SBO left. Damn it. That's not what I wanted to see.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Oh, he also has Charmy left, which kind of sucks.
Choo, 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 choo.
Oh my gosh.
Am I gonna lose this? No, it's literally about to end. 3, 2, 1 now.
Die, damn it. I'm just murdering Charmy.
Thank God.
Holy hell.
I think they die
Your
here.
ass is out of here.
Yeah, they're gone. Wait, no, never mind. Charmy's still
I
there.
was about to spin dash off this map because I thought Charmy was gone. Just like that.
I knew that was coming.
Wait, what?
Wait,
What happened?
Oh, wait, did I switch and manage to go back up?
Just like that.
No, what?
Wait, what? What
What
happened?
happened?
Can I even? Well, now I can. Oh my god.
Alright,
That's
sure.
another touchdown. That's another touchdown for the Comets. My god.
Football! I don't like football.
Wow.
Suspicious group destroy.
Good job. Let's move on to the next video, which is another Sonic one. I remember this being like one of my favorite episodes to record, pretty much ever. Just because I really like Final Rush as a stage. But I also kind of remember it taking forever to record.
Huh. No problem.
No problem. Oh, right, and I did it on...
Alright, let's keep going.
Oh, God. I have to turn it down. Oh, yeah, the confrontation with Aid. Oh, wait, no, Aidman. This is after that. Because now Sonic's back.
Sonic is pissed.
Angie Hedgehog. I just realized last episode I went through an entire Sonic video without even seeing or thinking about Sonic. See, now it's like the opposite of last time. I'm too loud and the game is way too quiet. Like I said, I will never understand audio. I think I've gotten it decently with Xenoblade right now, but that's also because I can separately edit the volume of the game and my voice because it's post commentary and it's on a separate track. Oh wait, no, this is before the Eggman Tails fight. I think the Eggman Tails fight happens first in this episode, though. Doctor.
Way to not be subtle at all, and not obvious. And it's time for my least favorite boss fight in the entire game.
Yeah, this feels
And
like a
it's
very
even
RNG
worse
heavy
when it's
fight.
reversed.
I guess, like,
Oh, that was stupid.
that was a bad start. I guess, like, the main strat is to wait for him to walk towards
Alright.
the center because it does double damage, I think? Maybe? Maybe that's not true. And this is why I was being, like, so cautious, because the deadly laser does so much freaking damage.
That thing destroys. Good freaking luck surviving it.
Do I game
Honestly,
over
the
here?
only games I've ever beaten him are pretty much
I think I game over
pretty much
here.
the games where I kind of just don't let up. Of course.
Missiles?
Back the heck off. Okay, so you're doing this one? That's not too bad. I'm still bad at dodging it, though.
Wah. Laser or nope, it's just more missiles.
Ah, we were so close.
No more games,
I'm afraid of
Tails.
dying here because it happens all the time.
Yeah, the laser. I'm so cautious of the laser. Yep.
Here it comes.
Move quickly to avoid it in the slowest machine ever made.
I think I did it.
I can't believe I didn't game over. I must have gamed over on the reverse of that.
That is not an easy boss fight. I've died like 7 or 8 times in a row to that thing before.
Don't worry about that.
Probably more.
I feel some strange energy.
Do ya now?
Yay, plot armor.
Yeah, plot. I literally can't believe I actually said plot armor back in the day. I was literally just thinking it now. I wonder how many different ways I'm going to end up turning my camera. This is an ADHD moment. Sooner or later, I'm going to be laying down on my couch. I mess around with my hair a lot. I messed it up earlier just because I completely forgot I was going to be doing this.
Plot armor thickens. Meet my favorite level in the entire game. Yes, it is this.
I don't know if that's still
Which is why I'm
true,
going
to be
game over
honest.
it multiple times.
I know this was my favorite
I do
episode to record
so
because I
much dumb
liked it.
shit. I think I skipped probably about a quarter of the stage, honestly. Oh, that was bad. I tried.
And, oh, is this where I game over? I must game over
we
on
are going
this.
to game over. I hope we don't have to start all the way back from Crazy Gadget. I don't think we do.
We might.
All I know is that the reason why I wanted this to be on its own
Maybe not.
separate episode with the last boss fight, of course, is because I am not cutting out anything. This is going to be one long video, presuming I don't beat it early.
I don't
was gonna
think
try
I ever
something
really
there, but
cut
it's a
stuff
dumb
out to
idea.
begin with. I guess I might have
This
cut
could be the
like
first of many places where a game over is very
small
possible.
bits and pieces,
Why?
just like if I'm
Come down
redoing
here.
something, like an entire stage. I game
And
over
I
here.
jump
I'm gonna
all the
miss
way
and
down
game
here. This
over.
cuts off, I think, like 45 seconds to a minute of time. And even then, I still
Never
end up
mind.
getting,
I
like,
actually got pretty
88
good at that.
rings. Despite how much I love this, yeah. I will also say, there is an item to get here, and I will be showing off where it is. I already have it.
Mystic
This also
Melody,
cuts off a ton of time.
I
but
believe
just be
is
careful.
what I'm referring to.
Just be careful where you land, because it can go poorly.
Careful not to fall.
But yeah, this is basically what I do the entire stage. I just go through it as fast as I freaking can. I feel like I miss a checkpoint doing this. Oh, game over. That didn't take long.
You know, I will say,
Alright.
I think something I've managed to do in more recent times, compared to back then, is that I've actually gained somewhat of a laugh. Because back then it was just like the, you're just the, you know, whatever, the weird noises. It wasn't a,
Last
like, not a
chance.
real laugh.
Yes, this is it.
So do I have to redo the fight?
21 minutes, 7 seconds. Okay,
Never mind.
so we can start right off at Final Rush. This is
Final
gonna
Rush.
either take a very long time or be over in like the next 8 minutes. Because spoilers, there's also a boss fight after this. I'm not gonna say what it's against or who. Although I think you can. You should probably know.
It's versus Shadow.
Pretty much everyone knows about it. Odds are you've seen Glitch.
What the fuck are you talking
Fests
about, or
of
whatever?
It,
With the,
or
oh yeah, that's the speedrunner
Tool
talk with
Assisted
Shadow.
Speedrun,
That's what
stuff
the
like
meme
that.
is.
Odds are
That's
you've
what the
seen
meme
it
is.
before. And if you haven't, I'm kind of happy that I'm. Or tool assisted speedrun, stuff like that. Odds are you've seen it before. And if you haven't, I'm kind of happy that I'm your first experience.
I'm
not sure
guessing
how good of a
I
first
must have
experience
seen
it
like a
is.
tool-assisted speedrun of Sonic
Oh well.
Adventure at some point with this.
Alright.
To mention that, I don't know.
Like
Just
the
a little.
rails in the stage, considering there's something later on with rails that I don't remember quite as well.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, weird death planes. Anyway, technically, I have seen something TAS related recently because I watched a
okay.
Luigi's Mansion video.
Alright, it keeps trying to pull me to the right. I didn't manage to escape gravitational pull to the right.
Yeah,
I don't know why it does that exactly.
it's
I
just
have
gotta
an
be. It's
idea.
physics are weird. I've seen weirder.
Actually, I think just by looking at this, I know why.
This is why. This is where I insert Xenoblade Definitive Edition jump physics. Because I love messing around with those a bit.
Alright, just come on down.
Good job.
Alright, just get a move on.
I love this stage. Proceeds to die several dozen
This time,
times.
with feeling. That's when it calls me to game over, isn't it?
Nope. God, you get good horizontal momentum.
Ah,
I
just
can't believe
barely
I missed. We
But
actually
this is
phased
basically
right
gonna
through
be
that.
everything that I do. I'm just gonna try to go my normal route. And if I make it, hooray. If I don't, oh well.
One thing I can definitely
Yep,
like,
now it's
I'm
gonna start
at this point I'm not
pulling
even really
to the right.
comparing it to the last one, but I can definitely say
Try to
two
push
things.
against it, and I'm
Audio
gonna make it
definitely
somehow.
seems a little better,
Ba, 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 ba.
and a lot better at commentating. Like, it's amazing how much 2 years of experience did for me.
That was
Because this
scary.
was 5 years ago, and the last one was 7 years ago, so it's roughly
That
around
was
2 years.
scary.
And I am talking so much more.
We made it past the
And this
top,
is
I
also
guess.
a game that I'm guessing I had more recently played compared to Sonic Heroes.
Yes.
Still imitating though.
Now I'm sure that this isn't the
And that, like, I still
fastest
imitate to
run
this
at
day. I
this
just,
stage
because I'm
ever,
not doing live
'cause
commentary, I don't
get A
imitate
ranks.
in my videos.
Although it might be more than time that goes towards A ranks. I'm not sure.
Ricky, want to play? Ouch. Ouch.
Ouch. Son of a bitch.
I am awful
One
at
time
video
I killed
game.
was when I didn't get any rings back. Oh, thank you. I believe this is an optional. Yes, it is. That is an optional path. The other two are not optional. This one puts you up higher and is the better path altogether.
I'm impressed. I actually knew that at the time. I must have played this as a stage of
Oh, but I do
a
think the
jillion
shield
times.
does cause a couple of issues at one point. I don't think it's going to be hard to pull off. But at one
Oh,
point I'm supposed to...
ring dash thing. Lightspeed dash, whatever.
What's the word? Light dash onto something, and this is going to make it near impossible. Or at least very difficult. Unless I get hit, which I can. I think I should be able to get hit before then. I'm not entirely sure. Again, it's been a long time since I played.
Well, I guess I was wrong
But I
about...
remember the layout of the stage relatively well. It'd be coming up if I can't.
I guess it was just kind of a... it must be that, like... Because I was playing the game for an actual Let's Play. Like, all the memories came flooding back, so I remembered stuff. Like, I'm going through this... I can't tell you
Okay, here we go.
exactly what's coming
We're
up
gonna let it hit
immediately
me.
next.
That
almost
almost
got-
was an issue.
Almost got sent off the map.
I could be wrong. There may not be. Actually, no. I know what I'm thinking of, or at least I think I know what I'm thinking of. I might not be. I might not know what I'm thinking of. And is this spot? This is not the spot, but the spot is coming up.
I'm definitely willing to say... That was weird. I'm definitely willing to say that part of my commentary is, like, yes, experience is a part of it, but it's also because, I definitely
Trust me when
know
I say it's
Sonic
important
Adventure...
that you apparently don't. You apparently missed that.
I definitely knew Sonic Adventure 2 better than I did Sonic Heroes.
But there is a rail there that it is
Despite saying
important
that
to hit.
Heroes is my favorite.
It is important to get on this rail.
I'm guessing
Okay,
this
good.
leads to the Mystic Melody,
That almost
or
didn't
it's
work.
just a shortcut.
Alright, so on this... I don't want to miss that.
Okay, so this
Right
is
here.
the Mystic Melody.
This is a vital spot to getting the Mystic Melody, which is the item of this stage. And also you can get a life this way, so there's no reason not to, honestly. And this
I
is
guess...
also why you didn't... Okay, so this is where the Mystic Melody is. Come over here. Is it auto switch? Yeah, Mystic Melody. And if you look, rings. This is why you don't want that magnet shield.
That
And
looked
another
real
light.
weird.
Or isn't the game so kind? At this point, I think you can just go through the stage normally.
As one would expect. Although I'm
I don't know how
guessing,
much is
like,
left
for
of it.
extra missions,
Maybe
which
another minute. and a half.
maybe someday I'll do, though. Who am I kidding? No, I won't.
See ya. Definitely wouldn't want to be you.
Who wouldn't want to be Sonic? Probably Amy Rose
Yes.
haters. Although maybe they would want to be Sonic just so that they can,
I took
be
all
in
of
the
those
shoes-
face first.
just so they can be in the shoes of Sonic, rejecting
That
her.
was kind of impressive, honestly. Okay, so yeah, we're right at the end. Doesn't matter which one you choose because another chase section.
I like
I'm
the
gonna
bounce
miss a
bracelet way
drop
too
off,
much.
aren't I? Okay, good. I made it back on the ground.
I had plenty of time.
Yeah, if I had kept going up, I probably would have missed it. Yes! Not bad. We game overed once, died a couple times. I'm not too.
Upsetty.
Barely made
I'm not too upset about that. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It is my favorite stage, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Bias is real.
Now, 5 minutes and 44 seconds. Just a guy that loves adventure.
Diamond 12 is now playing Shell
I
Shock.
hope
I
that
haven't.
doesn't appear on the recording.
It did.
But after this boss fight, I'm gonna have to go to that because he's a streamer. You should go check him out. He streams Shell Shock.
I don't.
And some other
I think he
things. The Strawberry
still
Freelancer comes
streams
on,
Shell
sometimes
Shock.
comes
I
on,
haven't played
sometimes,
Shell
stuff
Shock
like that.
myself in several years.
You just gotta finish off
And
Shadow.
I don't know if I'll really get back into it. I also don't watch his streams
I don't
anymore,
remember
really,
the
but I don't
best
watch streams
strategy
in
for
general
beating
much
him.
these days. I forget what the strategy for this fight is. I very clearly don't know what it is.
I do know that this is part of it.
This is
This
the
could go on for a
ultimate.
while.
We don't need to watch that through. Earthbound! I forgot I put... This one I can genuinely say I just picked a very random episode. And something I do need to say about this series is that one of the last Earthbound videos, I think it's the second to last Earthbound video, was actually age-restricted. Oh, that's literally why I picked this episode. This is the age-restricted video, and I want to know why the hell it's age-restricted.
I think that enemy may want to ask me a question. Too bad.
God, I'm ugly.
Oh god, they're back. And there's, oh my god, there's
Freaking
Ow! Anyway, hello everybody, welcome back to some more Earthbound Randomizer.
Non-poor monsters and its cohorts.
In this episode, we're probably gonna die, let's be honest.
Did not work on Reds, did not work on Vega, Dud felt a little strange, also felt a little
That
strange.
is unfortunate stuff. No! We're gonna fucking die. Anyway, in this episode...
Wait. That's why this was age restricted. I think this was done after the point where it's like the first 2 minutes you can't swear, otherwise it gets age restricted. Oh. Or it maybe like demonetized. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think that's why this is happening. So I'd have to censor that. Whatever.
We're probably gonna beat the game. Unless something goes horrible.
Okay, so I guess I should say this. So the Sonic Heroes video, like I said, is done on an iPhone 5. So that's where you can expect the audio quality to be. It was done on iPhone 5, staring at a TV, whatever. Sonic Adventure 2 was done on my laptop. I think I was wearing a headset at the time. I don't remember exactly if I had a mic with that headset. I'm sure I did. And then Earthbound here is being recorded the same way I am recording this video, which is with an iPhone 7. Or not, what the hell am I talking about? With an Android or Galaxy Note 20. It is like 1:30 or something. You can tell I've been awake for too long. Yeah, this is being done with a Galaxy Note 20. And then in like a month and a half, 2 months, I'm going to be recording on a PC again. I won't have a proper microphone, but I do have a headset with a working mic. So hopefully the quality is decent. I don't think it's a very expensive headset, though, is the problem. And if not, I can always try my Bluetooth heads, or my Bluetooth earbuds. But I doubt they're going to be all that good.
Wrong as it currently is. Help.
This was kind of my problem
We
with
still got
Earthbound,
time.
is that it just felt like I was healing every single
We're gonna kill the Sky
turn.
Sphere. Or at least try to. Ken Kiss's HP is matched out.
I also realize now when I think about it, it's not even really all that randomized. Like, the enemy sprites are randomized, but the enemies themselves aren't randomized, which is probably for the
Salsa
best.
dies again. Starstorm Alpha, this does not matter that much.
It shows a lot of
wasting
damage.
time, which actually does kind of matter because I don't think I'm gonna be able to heal Salsa in time. Definitely not gonna be able to heal Salsa in time. Everyone else probably though. No visible effect on Salsa. Oh my god.
So Salsa, I think, Salsa's poo,
Did not work on Reds, did not work on Vega, did not work on
which
Doug, 'cause Doug is already
maybe
brain
makes
shocked.
sense that they die so much.
Right.
Whispered
I forgot about that.
Bring back Salsa, you piece of shit.
Flash. Healing.
Biding my time because I'm bad at RPGs. And by that I mean this was the first time I'd ever played Earthbound. Before this, I had
Good
seen
job, Doug.
2 Let's Plays of
You
Earthbound,
turned
both by the
moving
same person.
gun inside out. Or you just turned it around, really. That's fine. Flash
Did not
amazing
work on
smile.
Rex. That's me.
Two. Surely that kills, right? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Oh my god! Oh my god.
Oh,
Thank
right.
you,
Didn't I
good
get, like, the
lord.
magic frying pan or something, and Vega's, like, stupidly tanky or something now? I don't remember.
Up, except you don't have any healing abilities.
I should have just killed them.
Heal Vega.
I'm wasting
You use
time.
freeze, and you shoot.
Okay.
You idiot. Oh my god.
Mortal damage to Rex, mortal damage to Vega.
But Doug was already gone. Honestly, just attack. It's dead.
That
Oh
was
my God.
rough for a first fight. My
Look at how low
god.
we got.
109,000 experience. Holy
Oh my god. Well,
shit.
okay. I would appreciate if these two would stop approaching.
I'm yawning so much. I really should just move on to the next video I wanted to do, because not much has really
They're
changed
so
between this
close, I
one
don't want them to get closer.
and the
Heal Vega.
Sonic Adventure 1, because this just sounds
Alright,
normal
let's
to
do
me
this. These
listening to
garbages.
myself because of how much I've been editing Xenoblade, and it's the same exact audio quality.
First and foremost, I don't know.
I do think the
First and foremost, we take care of that canyon.
background
100%.
sound, or like the mix of
It shan't be allowed to live in
game
immersion.
and myself is a bit more balanced, but I also probably had more experience with it at this time,
Canyon, wow, that was really fast.
and it's actually easier for me to adjust that on.
Freeze over. Wow, that was a very efficient fight.
It's easier for me to adjust that in
Say the
real
least.
time on a phone.
Split into bits, but that's fine.
And back in the day, I didn't record
I was surprised that it only hit
my
those
audio
again.
and game
Maybe there
on
is
separate
some
tracks in
influence from
OBS.
position.
I'm gonna be honest,
Go ahead and
because I
some more
like
trophies.
heard the fucking in the first like 30 seconds of this
Definitely
video,
Rex. I think
I'm
Rex
already like,
and
I don't care anymore. So let's watch Malos faces justice
This
for his
episode is
crimes.
likely going to feel very disorganized and potentially longer than I intended, and for that I apologize. But I was trying to do a ton of various forms of preparation to prepare for the next major story boss, as it's widely considered to be the hardest fight in Bringer of Chaos, and is one of the first major walls new players
Well,
will face when playing the game. even
Hardest
on
aside
normal.
from unique monsters, as
Off
I've
screen, I did a
learned.
lot of grinding for accessories and aux cores we couldn't normally obtain at this point by using Slayer skills on higher level enemies, making sure not to over level by reloading my save after each execution. That didn't get me a drop, but I didn't even get the drop I wanted.
Yeah,
and I
I'm gonna
spent
be
like
honest,
10
that was
hours
a
doing
complete
it or
waste of
something
fucking
like that,
time.
so
I've wasted
I
so much
decided
time
it's
off screen with
probably
Xenoblade
good idea to
2.
just suffer. Gained there would be wholly worth it at
They
this point in
aren't.
time. After playing catch up for all the stuff I did off screen, it's time to head back to the stomach, which I definitely did not explore a little bit off screen in order to make this first bit of the video
Oh right, this was
supposedly go smooth.
this was when
Our
I
first
did
goal is
the glitch.
to do a bit of a sequence break, for reasons that can only be described as why not. We start by doing the zombie hover
Good
glitch
reason.
thing I showed off a couple episodes, which I only recently learned how to finally do with someone other than Rex. Which is important because only Nia can do this glitch in
Something I also like, especially with doing these videos, is that I'll often like just completely omit words when I'm recording, and like after this episode, I think I just kind of said fuck it to a lot of like re-recording lines and stuff, unless it's like extremely egregious and I can't even like compose myself again. So like here,
why not? We start by doing the zombie hovered lich thing I showed off a couple episodes, which I only recently
like right there, we start off by doing the zombie hovered lich thing, which I showed off a couple episodes, and then it just cuts off. I don't remember if that was because I edited my audio and like tried to cut it together just as closely as I could and just barely missed the mark, or if that was just because my brain literally just said, fuck you, you aren't saying episode ago.
learned how to finally do with someone other than Rex, which is important because only Nia can do this glitch in full. We hover up the hill, staring at the prey trees.
I kind of remember how to do it
doing a bit of a
someone
double
other
back at
than
one
Rex.
point to somehow manage to clip into the floor first try. Not sure how that happened, and it certainly isn't ever going to happen again. Now that we're down here, we want to swap blades on the field with
That
CL
was-
to start riding Drillmark, and then swapping back
Like, just looking at that, it looks like this sort of thing would have taken me like 2 minutes to do.
to our other blades so our feet are on
And
the
it
ground,
should have only
which gives
taken me
us
2
slightly
minutes to
more control
do.
over our character
But
than when
because
we're
I
hovering.
didn't expect it to clip
From here,
in so
I did some more or
easily,
less just guess where I'm supposed to fall from, which good news, I have yet to misjudge where to start falling from.
that's
Bad news,
true.
though, is this is the first attempt I forgot to do the,
Yep.
what did I write? Bad news, though, is this oh, I see, I was adding an extra word. Bad news, though, this first attempt I forgot to do the thing I'm supposed to do and missed by a lot. So after 20 minutes of attempting to clip into the ground again,
God.
I do the fall again, and this time remember exactly when I was supposed
Yeah,
to press the
this
button
ended
to
up
swap to
taking me like
Drillmark
20
again,
minutes to do
which gives us a little bit of
again.
extra height and distance on our fall, which allows us to reach the Rakura Aquadardens just a tad bit earlier than we're intended to.
Aquadardens. I don't remember if they ever say her name. They might in
With this
chapter
glitch, all you need is a bit of luck with divine luck.
6? Yeah, chapter 6.
Truth be told, there is very little for us down here at this point, but it never hurts to get access to, especially if we can somehow come across 4 lockpicking to open up the big old chest down here.
I might have that now.
And now is
If
when the
not, I'll
mess
have it at
really
the end of
begins.
chapter 4.
Chapters 1 and 2 were very methodical, and I already knew most every little chest and item I needed to grab in order to at least do the story stuff, with anything else just being extra. With Chapter 3 and beyond, there's so much that's available to us in terms of chests, quests, and unique monsters, and I don't really have a predetermined strategy for what the best order of events will be to go about doing them, let alone
This is still largely true. I try to do a little bit of research here and there, but it's mainly just unique monsters that I research. Because I always try to do 3 unique monsters in a fight, or in an episode, because that way, even if we don't have any major, like, difficult story, I'm focusing too much on my hair because I'm trying to adjust it. God, it looks awful. Whatever. Whenever I'm doing, story fights, or... My brain's having an error 404. Yeah, whenever I'm doing an episode without any major difficult story fights, and even when the ones that I do, which this is one of them, I always try to do as many unique monsters as I can fit in with the story, which next episode is going to be packed full of a ton of shit, because I'm doing a 1 story fight, 2 story fight, 3 story fight, 4 story fight, 5 story fight. I think there might be a 6th story fight in there. And then I'm doing 3 unique monsters as well. At least 2 of them, which I am terrified of. And one of them I plan to do a really stupid strategy using Telos on Nia. Just because I want to see it work. I don't think it will. Although I do have plans to try and make it work with Evasion, whatever. I'm spoiling stuff that I'm not even going to be getting around to recording for another month, probably. Anyway.
actually doing them individually. Not to mention, my only other Bringer of Chaos attempt, I abused
Fuck you. I hate this bastard so goddamn much.
the hell out of DLC. So
I think this
actually
guy took
using
me
what the
literal
game provided
days to
me
beat.
for the first time in probably 4 years is not the easiest thing to do. So for now, I'll go over what my targets are, and then we'll talk about them in order of their completion, because there is a lot of starting to do stuff, and then putting it off until later, because it was too hard.
Although I will say, this is not the only unique monster that has taken me actual days to do. I think in the most recent episode, Tattooed Hugo and Demon Shell Jacob collectively took several days to do.
For instance, Acute Melvin here. He was the next unique monster I was planning to take down because he just looks unintimidating, but he hits like a truck, so I ended up spending hours trying to beat him, only to decide to leave him for now and go do a few other things. I have also planned to beat up Cunning Sangi, but I want to save that because
Oh, right. This is when I do the edit that I struggle to really do. Oh, wait, no, never mind.
The
That's
first thing I actually end up fight, since there are 3 of them, and they
You know what?
pretty much break
I
and
shouldn't
topple
ignore
quite
this.
frequently, which are often disruptive and doing is heading further into Elven here. He was the next unique monster I was planning
There's
to take
a
down
weird
because he
audio
just
glitch
looks
here that-
unintimidating, but he hits like a truck, so I ended up spending hours trying to beat him, only to decide to leave him for now and go do a few other things. I have also planned to beat up Cunning Sangi, but I want to save that.
Yeah,
because
that
I remember
audio,
fight being a pain
like-
for some reason or another.
Like, it just happens sometimes, because generally I edit these videos and then I don't even bother watching them through. I just cannot be bothered to sit there for 50 minutes and listen to myself talk again, because I already sift through 50 episodes, like, I already sift through that amount of time basically twice. I say the words and then I listen to myself do it again while I'm editing. It's just too much. I can't do it. But I should. Excuse me. Excuse me again. It is 2 a.m. We have a fancy little clock up there. Right there. And it does weird little music. I don't know if you can hear it right now. I have no idea if that's copyrighted, if you can hear it. But it is currently ongoing. It does that every hour. I don't know why. That's a It cut off early. Fuck you. Anyway.
The first thing I actually end up doing is heading further into the stomach to save these 3 individuals. Often disruptive and can cause a lot of problems if you get toppled at the wrong time. At one point during the fight, Amora Mora shows up and decides to get involved despite not being a part of the quest.
Oh yeah, I remember
Apparently
this.
Brock felt like being helpful today because using his level 3 special just straight
Perish.
up executed
106,000 damage. That is a lot of damage and shows just how much health these idiots have.
Newly formed mercenaries who were supposed to be guarding a Napon when the Ignis
Because to give reference,
chest with 2 rare cores. I pull the first one, and now we get our second pity blade.
Agate! I love Agate. Agate is cool. Agate is fine. Agate, unfortunately, is not very good. Something I will say as well about these is that normally for gameplay, the gameplay parts like that I'm talking over, I'll have the gameplay set it to volume 1, which should give you an idea of like how loud it actually is for some reason. And my voice, I think, is usually around 20, which should give you an idea of how quiet that ends up being. And the defaults for both are 12, so whenever I start a recording there, I have to be concerned about giving myself an ear aneurysm, whatever you want to call it. It's rough. It's very rough. It can be very hard to balance sometimes, and I'm not sure how to fix it, and I don't want to decrease my in-game volumes because some of them are already extraordinarily low. Anyway, yeah.
But it's an unfortunate situation for this playthrough specifically, as she's not terribly great at Bringer of Chaos, and we already have Zenobia, who's probably way better than...
To be fair, like, saying not terribly great at Bringer of Chaos, it's... You just have to find a niche use for every character. We'll see this later in the episode, which I honestly still don't know if I'm going to watch it all. I probably will, just because I should review my own video for more modern day, because I should. I'm drinking a lot of water, except that's not even true. This is pansy amounts of water compared to what I can do. Anyway. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Literally, if I can make Godfrey take down the hardest boss in the entire game, you can do anything with anyone.
In the majority of situations. I also pull a couple common blades on Yebu Who Cares, though I should note we are now at 30 pity.
I think I actually use Rogan for one fight in the future episode, or at least I tried to, I don't remember.
Again, which will allow us to grab a few different things in Gorma. The first of which
being this is where we got the blast chip that I ended up overwriting eventually.
Crit rate and auto attack stat for this point in the game. Should allow Wretch to keep aggro over Toro when using Kohana, which is ideal because evading attacks is better than taking them.
Unfortunately, it doesn't last.
So now 35 pity points.
I don't remember
tried
what
to
that
fight
was
Melvin and
about. I
Sandy
think
again, but Melvin is still a bitch and Sandy I would have easily beaten
Oh, right.
had it not been for
because at this point I was still trying to count pity points, so I just put that in there as a replacement for. I guess I must have skipped over getting a blade or something. I don't remember.
its main gimmick of using clone allies to sick the entirety of Araya onto us. Though all that really means is that this one lone TN on an entirely different floor of the stomach starts repeatedly sniping our party.
Yeah, so the reason why that is edited like that is because with the editor I use on my phone, which I forget the name of, it's Splice. The shortest that you can go down to, in terms of like, if you're viewing the timeline, the smallest amount of time that you can view it at is 0.3 seconds, and you can only really splice the video every 0.3 seconds ish. So when I want to do a bit like this, it's going to be that choppy.
Something to note for later.
That took me like
After that failure,
probably almost 20 minutes just to edit that one little bit. Which is why I'm kind of excited to get back to PC editing and stuff. It's because it's going to be so much freaking easier. Especially if I have a proper, well-liked,
I head further into the stomach of
use,
Orion,
I don't
reaching the
know.
Crown of Sanctuary landmark, which mainly
Well,
has a
use
rare
editing
core and
software. I
classic
need
metal
something
to offer
good.
us. Classic metal restores HP when doing a crit, which is one of the main dominant strategies.
Too
of
bad the
Xenoblade 2 in
classic
general,
metals itself
but this early on,
sucks.
it isn't able to completely replace Nia's healing.
Yeah, it's
I pulled
not
the rare
that
core
good
on
right
Nia
now.
because
I
did this, like,
I
the day
tried
after
way too
grabbing
hard
the
to make
legendary
it good.
core
It was
crystal,
not good.
So I completely forgot I was in range for Pity Blade, and what Nia gets is something that really should have been pulled on Rex, or not at all, depending on who you ask.
But also, honestly, I'm kind of glad I did this series, especially this episode, because doing Godfrey against the boss of this chapter made me think about, okay, well, what if I use this blade against the boss, or this blade, or this blade? Like, I thought about Boreas. Like, how good would Evasion Boreas be against Malos in a 1v1? That is something I genuinely thought about.
The hammer of
Justice packs a mean punch. Fun fact, I believe the person who created this guy is the same designer as Jak and Daxter series, which I've played once at my brother's house. I think we were emulating it.
He somehow manages. After this, it's time to finally beat the shit out of Melvin, so let's talk strategy.
Something I want
I
to do
intend to
quick.
have Rex have aggro for the majority of the fight, as he can evade all. I think that enemy may want to ask me a question. Too bad. Oh god, they're back. And oh my god, how? Anyway, hello everybody, welcome back to some more Earthbound Randomizer.
I
In
think
this episode, we're probably gonna die, let's be honest. This episode is likely going to can help pick up the pace of healing whenever Nia falls behind. I also have Nia with just Drill March, so she doesn't...
I'm just trying to like do an audio comparison, because the entire point was to see how my videos have improved over time, but I feel like it's hard to compare scripting to non-scripted, and it feels like between Earthbound and the Sonic Adventure stuff, my commentary hadn't really changed all that much. My quality had maybe improved, but that's about it. Which is saying something, because it went from being on a laptop, albeit a very bad laptop for gaming, but it went from being on a laptop to a phone. Which should tell you a lot about how technology has evolved in the past few years, and like how my style has improved over the years. This is something that I'm really going to have to do again once I'm like scripting and editing with an actual PC, just to compare my editing styles. But that's also something I'm going to have to, properly analyze, which I am not good at properly analyzing stuff, especially not myself. I think it's really hard for me to analyze myself.
...to Ursula and cause her healing to become practically non-existent. I start the fight by luring Melvin away from the ledge, as any potions we spawn would frequently spawn...
Yeah, that one idea took me like an entire day to figure out to do. Just moving him away from the ledge so that way I can use HP potions.
as if he were.
This is also something I'm going to have to
It
think
would have
about in the
taken
future.
several
Is
hours
like,
of
how
attempts
much
to finally
detail
beat
do I
him.
give on
Evasion
unique
strats-
monsters in the
evasion-
future? Because we've
evasion
seen
strats
the
like this kinda
majority
cheat
of
anyway,
enemy types at this
But it's not
point.
my fault. He's just built weird on Bringer of Chaos. I do
The only
pop
thing I
on
could
him.
really do is like talk
Oh
about what
God, I cannot
random
talk. I
strategies
do
I
pop
used to
off on
beat
him once I
people.
win, though.
Because like, I mean, especially because like this is Bringer of Chaos. Is anyone that isn't already a Xenoblade fan gonna watch a Bringer of Chaos video? I kind of doubt it. In the future, I'm probably gonna start giving
Dang,
less
I forgot just how
details.
petty I actually felt about it.
Yeah, sure. I felt very petty. I
Next
still
up is
do.
Sadie, but before I even consider fighting it, I made sure to clear out the problematic Diana nearby that was sniping us
Yeah,
during
I
the
killed
fight.
a few
Doing that makes the fight
of
itself
them.
not all that bad, even though the easiest of fights should probably not be taken lightly on Bringer of Chaos, which is clearly why I decided to play as Tora and not have Wretch in the party at all. I mainly just felt bad
So
that Tora
something
never
I
really had
learned
time in the spotlight.
Is that I believe AI actually has increased special recharge because they attack slower and they can't like cancel arts into arts. But I don't remember if that's entirely true. I think it is.
And I figured this was probably the easiest fight at this point of the
Unless
game
that's
to use it a
just
little bit.
Tora.
He isn't bad with Poppy per se, but I personally don't
remember.
find his kit as fun with shield hammers on the rest of the drivers, despite fulfilling a very similar niche.
Yeah, I don't know why,
The
but I've
first
never really
art
found the
Sadie has
Tora
is Tail Slap,
classes
a
to be all
standard
that
3-hit
fun.
attack that isn't
Even
dangerous on its own,
like the
but
last
still a source of
one,
damage with
which is
Kaiki.
the most broken blade in the entire
Sagi's second
game,
art is
kind
Vile
of,
Blast,
but
which is a bit strange.
like
From what I can tell,
the
this art
shields,
attacks in a
the
small
drill
fan
shield,
shape
and
behind Sagi,
whoops,
meaning it's more meant to be a source of crowd control for Sadie rather than
and
rather
the
than an
next
attempt to
weapon
deal
that
with
he
whoever has
gets.
aggro.
I just never really found them all
It's
that
vile
fun.
though, so the damage isn't non-existent, and it also inflicts stench and blowdown. It can potentially lead to problems during the fight, but it doesn't
Yeah, stench
feel
is awful.
unfair
I hate
like some other
stench
enemies in
as
Arts
a
have
debuff so
far.
much.
I've already mentioned Pal Allies, but since we cleared out the Gianna ahead of time, it's basically just a few free seconds for us to not be getting hit hacked. All in all, the fight isn't terribly difficult, even with this otherwise questionable party setup, though if I were to change one thing about my setup, it would have been to de-equip Ursula from Nia so our healing is more consistent, as the
Yeah,
bonus damage to big boost to low health is not worth the scare of constantly being low on health. Phantom falls when hit by a Rage Strike Vile Blast, but we build up party gauge and revive him shortly before winning the fight. Overall, this only took me 2
and that's like
series
that
attempts
right
to
there
beat,
is the type of
the
editing
first
that
of which
I
happened
just
before I
never
beat
would have had a
Melvin.
reason to do
And I only
before
lost because
doing
of the gift.
post commentary and
I remember
scripting
this
and
fight
stuff.
being a massive pain in my first playthrough of the game, so I was a bit nervous going into it, but I think in future playthroughs, this fight won't feel as
I
intimidating
think even my
anymore.
second playthrough that was kind of a pain in the ass of a fight. God, that was loud. I definitely can't. What is this?
I decided to use the overdrive protocol I got from Garfont to swap Godfrey over to Rex, which will probably seem like a waste to some. And sure, it probably is, but I had a couple of different reasons for doing
I miss the days when auto-generated subtitles were
this,
ass.
aside from just
Those
I
were good
want to
days.
use Godfrey, not normally available until around Chapter 5 and 6. But it's on Godfrey,
6.
so it's not totally broken or anything like that.
I think that might have been a case of, because the way I do the scripting, it's not like, one long line going all the way across the page. Obviously, it's you got a line, and then you got another line below it, another line below it, another line below it, double space, line below it, whatever. And a lot of times, why my brain struggles to do the scripting and like reading the scripts, reciting it, whatever, is because I'll be reading a line, get to the end of the line, and then I won't be immediately looking at the next line. So sometimes my brain will skip a line, or I'll just be really late to processing where the next line is supposed to be, so I'll just fumble my words and get lost, whatever. It's rough, and it's partly my own fault, because in interest of being more time efficient, I stopped reading my script ahead of time, which causes a lot of issues when actually reading it, because for some reason I cannot type sometimes when I'm scripting. I'll make very dumb mistakes in the heat of the moment, and then while reading it, I just end up double folding that, making even more mistakes.
I intend to have Rex tanking, so I take Tora out of the party just to say I did.
I have to stare.
But the problem with doing this is that
I've actually gotten a lot better at using this particular feature of the Switch since making this video. Because I've started messing around a bit with the lot feature, and now I've learned that if you do the lot, you can control the game while it's zoomed in, which I had no idea that was a thing, which admittedly kind of gave me the stupid idea of trying to do like a game of Fortnite or something while that's zoomed in. But that's probably stupid.
Skills just increase damage against higher level enemies, but for this episode, it'll never come into play.
That is literally never going to come into play ever. I don't think I'm ever going to be under level compared to an enemy again, unless I actively go after an enemy that is way above my pay grade.
I can't.
The only case I can see maybe in like the near-ish future in the game, let's see, because I'm right around level 32, 33-ish. Let's see, is there any 35s-ish I can fight anywhere? I don't think so. My nerd brain's not picking up on anything. I guess maybe Confiscator Jimmy, depending on who I use, because I think he's level 37? Or is he level 34? No, I'm pretty sure he's level 37. And then Styfist Remington's 39, I believe? I don't remember. All I know is that the next driver we get is at level 39, so there's a very good chance we still don't go in with fighting at higher level enemies.
So we finally head off towards the next
Friggin'
story objective
capture.
of Fonsa Mimo, where Dromark and Vanda make the astute observation that Orion...
Alright, this is honestly going to be kind of the most interesting part, because I want to know... I don't remember exactly how I go about abridging the story sometimes, because like it's very rare that I like actually abridge the story and do my own slight interpretation of it. God, I looked like I just aged 30 years there.
seems prepared for the possibility of war with Mor Ardain. The crew talks about how Orion Titan ships are more natural than Ardanian
How
ones,
old do you
which
think
might
I
be,
am?
might be
Just
part of
looking
why
at
the
me
two
here.
countries seem to
I
always
feel
be
like
at
a lot
odds
of
with
people
each
could
other.
come with different
Nia
answers.
says the Ardanian ones are ends, and I take the smallest of detours to grab a chest just around the corner containing a range up 5 Arch Core, which increases the range.
I realized I learned this eventually when doing the latest episode I did. That is actually not useful in pretty much any... I can't think of any situation where that's useful. Because I think with the Tattooed Hugo and Mor Ardain, you might only need a range up 2, which you can get by that point. Otherwise, you can just use an Amethyst chip to aggro.
I don't think that anybody really gives this guy much thought, but I realize now he's probably just really stressed from the prospect of war, combined with the limited resources everyone has.
It's also
No
possible
real way
he's
to vent
just an
his anger,
asshole.
and now he's taking out on everyone around him. Show up.
What did I type
who
there?
recognizes her as Iona. She's being taken care of by the friend of Van Dam's, who knows a way to potentially get to Elysium. Piper does a squat to talk to her.
Oh, right, because I
and then
brought
head off
attention to the
before more
squat
soldiers
part.
show up.
I don't remember why I
Going
did
around
that.
town, there's another shop we can buy
Running
out.
speed!
Board games. Know that I did this primarily.
I think with the DLC quests, the only ones I'm going to do are the ones that I've never done before, which are a lot of the later ones, or like requires specific skills or blades, whatever. I might do the one that's between Godfrey, Percival, and Perun if I get those blades, but first I have to get them.
The acting is clearly greater than anything that the MCU could ever possibly produce,
Get on
but
to
I
me,
just need to point out
power.
that these enemy guys remind me a lot of
I mean,
Neo
to be fair,
Shadows
he's
from
probably a
Kingdom
better actor
Hearts.
than I would be.
Or maybe just some other Heartless, I don't really know. It
I
gives
still
that
don't
kind
know
of vibe. And
what
also
they
kind
remind
of
me of from
the
Kingdom
Skull
Hearts.
Kids from Zelda. Anyway, am I a fucking joke to you?
Yes, that is your entire
I
purpose.
briefly leave the... I'm too lazy this time.
Oh, right.
Stan, it thanks to Tora becoming driver that Tora come to this place. Blades and drivers, most best ever!
Tora and the
Back
Chipmunks.
to mine, Tora.
Yeah, and like Heart to Hearts are like one of the biggest issues with not being able to hear audio and stuff while I'm recording, because I can't
Too cruel.
accurately, I guess would be the right word, accurately advance the text boxes. I just have to kind of guess
You deserve all the credit.
how long the voice lines go for, because I don't have them memorized. What I do when I'm recording is I'll be like, oh, well, this is clearly close enough, I guess.
Iona, and that they should meet at the place of...
I gotta wonder how Malos got here. to the dream. Like, did he just take a nap and to communicate with her?
Is awakening alone. Nia wakes up and sees that Pyra's gone, but assumes she's just using the bathroom or
This confirms Blades used the bathroom. They can poo. Use that information what you will.
something. So she's about to go back to sleep, but a loud thud of some kind causes her to be wide awake.
Yeah, breaking open the Holy Gate of Fontana.
Everyone runs out of the inn to see Toll, who informs the group that Iona is missing, likely taken by Malos and Akos. Wretch notices Pyra isn't around, so they deduce that she ran off to save Iona alone. Malos informs them that they likely went to Elethra Ruins.
What do you
where
mean
the
back
Aegis
online?
awoke and Adam led his...
Hold on. Alright, I'm back. My internet turned off for a second for some reason.
Ago. He tells us how to get there, and after having
I can also tell I'm
going
going to regret doing the recording the way I am right now, because it's at 2 hours, which is going to be a pain in the neck to edit then.
We run up the great stairs, and partway we check in with Pyra, who's all her power to conjure up a fireball worthy of the Uchiha name. But just
Is
like
this
in
a
Naruto,
One Piece reference?
Malos just swats it away. There are
This is
and
also-
pocket
this is
swap
something
items
else
that
kind
help
of with
resist
my,
blade shackling, but without aerial
more
slayer,
current
it's impossible
style,
to get anything
though.
above
With-
20%
especially with
for
scripting, is
regular
that
blades at this point, and Poppy can only get
for
40%
some
in Poppy
reason,
swap at this point, which is
with
still
how
solid.
difficult these fights have
I did
gone
have
and how
Aerial
many
Slayer, but
attempts
failed
it
to get
takes
a
to
blade
beat
shackle
them,
resist 5, which would have made this fight
most of my scripting is just me talking about the fight and how to beat it, like more of a walkthrough, and then the gameplay going on in the background is what would count as the LP aspect of things, rather than me being like, this is how I do things. I talk about the fights way too much in way too much detail because I want to be that informative. Here's what you need to know. Here's what you need to know to win. Here's what I did to win, stuff like that. I start by saying, here's what you need to do, or what you need to know about the fight, what the fight has to offer. And then I go, okay, here's what I did. But because I've already talked about everything, it's just so hard for me to think about, like, what would be the best for this type of series. Because I want to talk about the fights and what they all have to offer. But at the same time, that doesn't really feel like a Let's Play to me. That feels like a walkthrough. I just don't really know where to go with it. It's one of those weird internal strife things that I have to sort out for myself. It's like the one downside to the way I'm doing my videos, which I fully admit, my videos are essentially copying like the Small Ant Point Throw style of video. But as far as I'm aware, they haven't really done a game like Xenoblade on their channel, so I don't even have some kind of reference there to see how a professional does it. Like, they've done Pokemon, I could very easily make a video on Pokemon, or something else that's turn-based, but Xenoblade, it's so much harder. The only other thing I could do is just, like, ignore the inconsequential arts that an enemy has, and then go over the important stuff.
is deadly dry.
Fuck this move! I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be... I don't even...
Whoever the fuck thought this piece of shit having this...
I think... I think in a second I'm going to say that this is a full driver combo. I don't know if that's actually the case. I don't think there's a smash. I feel like if there was, I would have been hit by it, even though I could also be just dying too early for it to go off.
Yes.
I can't really think of anything else I need to react to in this video. I don't know, it's just hard for me to react to my more modern stuff, especially, because there's not a huge difference, because obviously it's what I do now. I don't know, I'm not that good at reacting, but I want to look at the ending.
Ready to kick our ass. I also need to With Chapter 3 done, the hardest fight of the game is likely behind us, but there are plenty of other fights in the game ready to kick our ass.
I was so woefully unprepared for what nightmares Demon Shell Jacob and Tattooed Hugo would bring me. Holy shit, dude.
I also need to apologize for the wait between episodes. I got
It's been so bad. I've been so bad at this.
sick soon after I finished fighting the boss.
Oh yeah, this was when I
and
got
took a week
sick.
to recover, and then I had to finagle with the actual videos a bit because 9 hours of footage is quite a number on a phone's storage.
Yeah.
But it's out now, and once I start playing the video game again, I should pick up the pace a bit.
Nope.
Going forward, I'll likely showcase less of the exploration stuffs unless I deem it extra important for every playthrough to know about, or I think it's particularly helpful for what's coming up. That said, I do still
Part of that is also just because I have no idea what I could all be looking for in, like, various areas. Like, with Chapter 1 and 2, I know routes, I know what methods I want to use to win. Chapter 3, I at least know the locations of some things. Chapter 4 and beyond, I know fuck all.
intend to go over every unique monster in some degree of detail. Next episode, we start Chapter 4, and while it won't be a very major episode for story, there's going to be plenty of important stuff to start and go.
Alright, I think that's all I need to do for now, yeah. I mean, like, I still feel like I have a lot to improve on when it comes to making videos, and I think this reaction has been a huge part of that too, because I'm so rusty with live commentary, especially, and like, reaction content, I would never really be a reaction content creator, even for like anime, manga. I watch anime content creators that react to anime, but I would never be able to do it myself. I'm just not a reactor. Trailers and directs I'll probably react to occasionally. Not regular videos. It's just too hard. Not my cup of tea. I don't know where to go with this from here. I think, like, quality of editing, I think, is definitely going to be the biggest new major upgrade I'm going to have with PC, as well as what type of content I can throw out there, because I'm going to start adding more, like, I have ideas for Fortnite and Overwatch. They're mainly just going to be one-off videos. I don't think I'm going to do too many Fortnite videos in the future. At least not on this channel. I do technically have some part in other channels, but we'll see about those as well. Anyway, I know this is a little weird to probably see. I don't even know how much of this video you're going to end up seeing. It's about 2 hours, 10 minutes that I've been reacting to these videos for. Most of it's probably just going to be from the Sonic Heroes segment. But yeah, this has been a slight treat to go back and watch. I might do another reaction to some of my old content when it comes to more of my multiplayer stuff, with like the Sonic Heroes multiplayer, the Madden video I did with my brother, but probably not because I really just don't like that video too much. Definitely the Fortnite stuff I want to react to, especially those first episodes, because like, at this point, I'm 7 years deep into Fortnite. I am infinitely better at the game than I was back then. Just because the general player base skill floor has gotten better. Anyway, that's been me reacting. I think I already said that. And that's about all I can really say. Yeah, that's been this. I'll see you guys back here in probably a month for the next episode of Xenoblade, where we inevitably get our ass kicked a few more times.